What's up, Sitters? This is Tyler Off along with Joey Edge.
Sitters, what's good?
And Chris Martinez.
What's happening?
And we are live at 9-ish almost every Wednesday, Front Porch City.
That is correct.
Yeah.
9-ish almost every Wednesday. I mean,
That comment came through this second I hit go live or switch over to the other
Yeah,
feeds
yeah.
that you can see us. And we all started laughing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, Travis.
Yeah, Trav.
How y'all doing, boys?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Man, good. Tired.
Yeah, life's been a whirlwind.
Life's been a whirlwind. but it's a good
Congratulations on air.
one. Yes.
We did congratulate you and Michelle off
Yes.
air.
I think you did it on
We were
air,
on
too.
air, but you weren't here.
yeah.
Yes, that's
That's
right.
what I mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
My bad. It's been a while since I've been here. I'm still a little slow.
Yeah, man.
I had to
Congratulations,
put it in
buddy.
the GPS to figure out how to get back.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made it back.
As Clayton says, we bike.
We bike.
We bike.
So bike. Just like the Broncos.
Dude. Hey, we may talk about that a little bit later, Clayton.
Yeah,
Hang
we're
in.
definitely going to talk about the Rookie of the Year, Bo Nix. That's going to happen.
It's so crazy. But I mean. But before we talk about that,
Yes.
we're not going to talk about a rookie. We're going to talk about someone that's been here for a long time.
Long
A
time.
veteran. A veteran presence. The Tom Brady of gun stores.
Yes,
Yes,
100%.
he is.
I was going to say, that's good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's
I just, because he's only at like 10 years now, but he's still the GOAT. So he's still the Tom Brady of gun stores.
Correct.
I mean, I'm not going to call him the Andy Dalton of gun stores.
Yeah, please don't.
We're
You were doing
talking-
so
and
good
then
on
he
the
just
ad
cut
read.
in.
He did Brad the same way.
He did.
Brad was
No.
rocking the ad read, and you're like, you cut him off
No.
You
I
know,
told Brad
it-
how great he did in the ad read.
during
Maybe
the
right
ad
in the
read.
middle.
No, he was done with it. He
was
had
he?
kicked it to me. He was
Oh,
like,
okay,
hey, what's
okay.
the number?
Hey, what's the number?
No.
JW Weaponry, they are the premier gun store in the South. They are always loaded. Thank you so much for Bradford for filling in. He did a great job with the ad read.
He did.
And if you're looking for someone to do a great job getting you the firearm that you need, go straight to JW Weaponry. They're going to hook
right.
you up. John's going to do right by you. He's not going to sell you something. You know what? I have a great story about John, actually.
Yes, let's hear it.
I was sitting at the gun store. I was talking to John, and he was telling me about people that like they think they know what they want. And he's like, I've got all this experience.
Right.
And this lady came into Lake City from out of town. It was when like everything was going crazy with COVID.
Yeah.
You couldn't get a gun down south in Orlando.
Right.
Too liberal. So you come up to Lake City, to God's country. You
That's
go
right.
to JW Weaponry, and this lady had it fixed in her mind that she wanted this like super expensive assault rifle.
Right.
Right. And John told her, he was like, look, I'll sell you the gun that you want, but this is not the gun that you need. Like, this is going to be way, way, way too much for you.
Right.
You need this. And it was a significantly cheaper firearm.
Right.
Way cheaper.
Yeah.
John was going to make way less money. He was like, I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to make less money, But that's the way John is,
Yeah.
So, yeah, John's a great guy. He's going to hook you up. He's going to get you the right stuff. He's not going to oversell you. So if you need a gun, if your parents need a gun, your grandparents need a gun, go by See John. Support local businesses. Joey, give him the number.
The number is 386-243-8587. JW Weaponry, 386-243-8587.
Travis Smith said, just glad you got GPS the right address.
Yeah, I know. I
I saw that
4 or
earlier.
5 times in there.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't see that during the ad read
Yeah,
because
that's-
I would have laughed like I just did.
Yeah, that's good. You can count on Trav, man.
Always.
All right, sitters, we were too lazy to go back. And by we, I mean,
Yeah, it was.
We.
It's okay.
I can tell you what mine and Chris's against the spread was last week.
bad.
It's putrid.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I was okay, though.
Yeah. Were you?
I don't know.
What were they?
You won that one. You won that
Why
one.
don't you tell us what they
Oh,
were?
Jesus.
You won
This is
that
a
one.
good
This is a
podcast.
great podcast. It's like
You lost that one. 3-1. You were 3-1.
Which 3 did I win, Joseph?
You won the UF game.
Sure did.
Tennessee,
Sure did.
South Carolina,
Sure did.
and you lost Ohio State.
Hey, me and Marty were both on South Carolina.
Yeah.
Good call.
I'm almost positive.
Yeah, y'all were.
Good call. Good call. Good call.
Also, will be really interesting if Ryan Day does get fired if he doesn't win the Natty this year.
That's
That was
crazy.
another hot take.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot takes,
Yes,
we've got a lot to talk about tonight.
we do.
We've got a good show for you, a full show for you sitters.
A full show as always.
Yeah, before we get started, if you will, go ahead and like the video, hit subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications. We love you, sitters. We appreciate you.
Also, tell a friend. It'll be fun. Tell a friend right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right here, right now. Today, what are we going to cover, boys? We're going to cover the conference championships. We're going to go over the college football playoff rankings as they exist right now. I'm sure that'll include Alabama over Miami, South Carolina not getting in. Some good stuff there. We may cover the NFL. We definitely will cover Bo Nix.
We got to talk about Florida State. Florida played.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
It's okay.
I just feel bad for you, Chris. This is this side
No,
strong.
no, it's okay. It's
this
over.
side strong.
No, it's over.
It's over?
We're relieved. No, seriously. Going to the fourth quarter, I was like, last 15 minutes of hell, man. I'm good.
Yeah, I almost want to talk about the end of game antics. We should probably talk about that too.
We
different
absolutely.
So much to talk about. And I don't want to neglect that. We have to talk about signing day. It was early signing day.
Golly, man, we have a full show.
We need to get to it.
We have a full show.
I don't want to bypass the standings. I think we've declared
You don't?
that. Yeah,
Really?
No, I don't.
I wonder why.
Earlier off air, you said something else. I'll make sure you say that on air again.
Christopher is without a doubt the winner of this year's front porch sitting pick'em. He was a lot to a little. He won by a significant margin. It wasn't close.
Nope. Yep. Agreed.
It was kind of like watching a Formula One race, and he was Max Verstappen.
It's a good reference.
I think even without you picking the last 4 games, I think you may have beat me overall. I was that bad this past week. Nah, I was 2-6. You were 3-1, so you need to make up 2 games, I think, to beat me. But you didn't pick the last 4, so that's your fault, not mine. Yeah. So
let's start with pick'em then.
Let's start
Let's
with
do it.
Let's go.
The official record is set in stone. It's
Yeah.
good. So we're gonna move. We're keep moving down the tracks.
All right, we've got the pick'em up on the screen.
we can talk about that, Clayton. That's fine.
All right, do we want to go left to right here?
Let's do it. Left or
All
right.
right, first game we've got Penn State and Oregon. So it's not at Oregon, neutral site.
Lucas
At
Oil
Lucas
Stadium.
Oil Stadium, home of your Anthony Richardson Colts. Penn State plus 3.5, Oregon minus 3.5.
Let me go.
I know what
Sure,
you're going to pick.
I think
We're all
I-
going to pick the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, Oregon.
Yep.
The line doesn't make sense, and it's a big game. So
Yeah, that's the thing is the big game part.
I'm switching. I'm going Penn State
okay.
I think that's the right pick, honestly.
because just the number just doesn't make sense.
And the number doesn't make sense. The cross country flight for Oregon. There's a lot to it, but I just
They'll
don't
probably
think.
leave like a day early or 2
I'm
days
sure they
early.
will. Yeah. I absolutely will. But I just don't believe in. I don't believe in James Franklin.
Travis just said it. Oregon covers. It's a big game. That's not good for James Franklin.
No, it's.
If Penn State loses, they're out of the playoffs.
I would say so.
That'd be 2 losses though.
It'd be 2 losses and the only 2 teams that they actually play with the Pulse. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I don't think they're out.
Hopefully they're out, so we got a running back coach.
Y'all getting him?
Yeah.
Trey Lee in the chat.
I don't know if we're getting him, Joey, but there's some chatter.
I haven't seen Trey Lee in the chat in a hot minute.
I don't think his wife wants to come back to Florida.
I don't think she gets to have a lot to say.
You seem pretty confident in that, Chris.
I'm
You
not
wanna break it
very
right now?
confident. I'm nowhere
wanna
near as
break it live?
confident. Nowhere, no. We're not the Mike Norvell hire. I'm nowhere near as confident as I was about the Mike Norvell hire.
Yeah.
We were
True.
very confident with
Oh
that.
my God, 2 weeks early.
Weeks in advance. Gosh, that was our greatest moment ever.
Yeah, I don't see them out either. I think they're in no matter what.
Okay, cool. Good,
Okay.
good to know.
All right, so I'm the only one on Penn State there?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
All right, Iowa State and Arizona State. The matchup we've all been waiting for.
It's a big one. Big one. Joey?
Yeah, give me Arizona State.
Yeah,
Kenny
same.
Dillingham.
Dillingham.
Sun Devils, great logo. All right.
Awesome school. Great university to go to,
Real quick while we're on that.
allegedly.
Yeah. Real quick while we're on that. Kenny Dillingham did some good stuff.
Yeah, but I thought we were going to let Tyler pull it up with, we're going to show the tweet after the pick 'em potentially. I guess it's a good time to do it now.
Yeah, I think right now is the best time to do it. I don't know if he's going to do the tweet anyways because I don't know.
I don't know that I'm going to do the tweet because I don't know about the tweet.
It's in the text.
It's in the text.
with us. Figure
So-
it's easier to get to than the show notes.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Is it in this text?
Yes. No.
No.
No, it's just in. No, it's not.
Can you send it to that text?
Yeah. We'll do.
I love good dead silence.
Yeah, it's awesome podcasting. That's my fault. I sent it to the wrong
No,
spot.
it's probably my fault. It's probably my fault. Do we want to
We'll just go to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
we'll go to the next one. We'll talk about it directly after this. I promise you that. Clemson but Clemson and SMU.
Right.
SMU is a 2.5 point favorite against Clemson.
Yeah. Go Stangs.
Go Stangs.
I'm on the other side of this.
You're on Clemson. Good.
I am.
Good. I was hoping for that. I'll be honest.
Why?
Because 3 of us going against one team's going to go the other way. I don't like it. So
You want SMU? Oh, okay, I got you. I see.
yeah, I want SMU to win. I like SMU and I dislike Dabo. So
Yeah, I
Only
think
up.
it could happen. I kind of want it just for chaos, honestly. Because 7-3 or whatever they are. What's Clemson now? 9-3.
yeah,
They'll be 9-3 if they win. Automatic qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
So what do they do with SMU?
They're in regardless, I think, too.
No.
The two. I think they should be, but who gets bumped?
They won't be. They don't have the brand name.
Who gets bumped? Alabama at 11.
Well, right now,
there's no way that SMU gets in if they lose.
I mean, but 3-loss Alabama is in,
which is
insane. So they're gonna bump SMU for losing, and they've already said you cannot be punished for losing your conference title game. So what is it like? Are we gonna
can't be punished for that?
No, they said they're not going. Well, I don't watch that because my team is so far out of that.
I thought I saw a thing from a committee member that was basically like we're picking the teams through the conference championship games. Did I see something?
I thought I saw someone say that you can't. That you should not be punished for making the conference title game, because if you don't make the conference title game, then they're in one loss, and they're in.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with Travis here. I think SMU's in regardless, and Alabama gets bumped out.
Wow.
I hope so.
Go freaking Clemson. Sorry, Jake. No, Jake's been saying this.
I'll root for Clemson if that's
I've literally read that Alabama is in regardless. Follow the money. Jake tweets that probably 30 times a day right now. Follow the money, because Vegas has that Alabama at like minus 200 something, in some places maybe more to get in.
Right.
So like he's right. Follow the money. Vegas doesn't normally miss. But I don't know. I'm rooting for Clemson.
I'm gonna root for Clemson if it means I don't want to do that to my guy Jake. He's a
they did, Jake. They did it. So they Florida Stated SMU. Okay, good to know. 13-0 Florida State.
Oh, potentially. That's a bummer.
That will suck for SMU.
Yeah.
That would really suck for Lashley and those guys. They've played really good football all year.
Did you send me the tweet, Joseph?
They've won nine straight.
Yeah, it should be in there. That's not in there. I sent it to the text.
I did too. I think I sent it to that text. I don't know why it's not in that text. Tyler, if I send it directly to you.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this one. Put it in that one.
I did.
All right. Georgia and Texas. Georgia is the 3-point underdog.
Tyler, you go first here.
Texas.
Really?
Tejas. I think Georgia's fraudulent. I think they're as fraudulent as it gets.
I don't think they're as fraudulent as it gets, but they're definitely fraudulent.
I think
Where is it at? Oh, I'm so
only
stupid.
just barely less
God,
fraudulent than Penn State.
There's some comments we have to address after these pick'ems. Trey is throwing shade in a text message and throwing it on the chat, so we're gonna have to talk to Mr. Hosford. Who you taking, Joey?
I got Texas.
I'm gonna go with the Bulldogs right here. This is not hurting my record, right?
It doesn't hurt your record.
let's do
Helps
it.
your relationship with your wife.
Yeah, no doubt. I didn't. That was definitely first in mind right there.
That was locked in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah, I think Texas is the better football team. I think they're more complete. I think as long as Bobo and Carson Beck are a pair and together and married together, I think that I don't really care anything about Georgia. Sorry.
All right, so I'm gonna read some comments before we get to the Kenny Dillingham, Arizona State stuff. Right?
Yeah, let's do it.
We cool with that?
Yep.
Luke said probably depends on how they lose. If they get boat raced, then that's different. Talking about SMU.
I agree with
Clemson
that.
game. Trey said, I thought he heard me say, if you're not playing, it doesn't affect you. Oh, no. Okay, that's what someone in the committee said. If you're not playing, it doesn't affect you. So like a Bama that's not playing, that you cannot get moved. Like there's no data point for you to be moved up or down. He is right. That did get said like 5 times. Blaze picked Georgia. My dad said if Manning plays, Texas. If it's not, then the Dogs. I know everyone is tired of Alabama. I'm sorry, guys. I can only be a fan. Yeah, I'm sick of.
You have to be.
No, don't be sorry. You're allowed to be a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to be. That's exactly what
you'd
you're
be
supposed to
silly to not be
Right.
pumped up that your team might be getting in again when they might not totally deserve to be in. Let's see. Trey said he didn't text anyone. Is that Trey Lee?
be. No, that's Trey Hosford.
He definitely texted us, allegedly, right? Wasn't that him?
Just a minute ago?
Yeah. Trash talking us a little bit?
No, not really. He asked if he gets mentioned for giving his haircut away.
Oh, we need to do that. We also need to do a duck race at some point today.
Yeah.
Brian Sports gift card. All right. Sorry, sprung that on you.
No big deal.
You're pretty fast at that. We'll just do like 10 names. All right, you got it up there? Because it just went away.
Yeah, I got it up there.
All right, so Kenny Dillingham. Awesome guy. He said, so he got a big raise, a bonus, $200,000 bonus for winning 9 games at Arizona State. So then on Monday, I don't think everyone really knew that he got that bonus, Joey.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem that way.
So he goes and tells like 20 off-field staff at Arizona State that they'll be getting a $5,000 to $10,000 bonus. Well, if you do the math there, he literally gave his bonus to his off-field staffers.
Right.
That's really, really, really. What he did not tell them was that it was actually his bonus.
Right.
I think that's really incredible. I think that's a really good move. He's kind of a new coach too, so I'm sure like 200,000 does definitely move the needle.
A little bit, yeah.
Move the needle for just about everybody.
Yeah, and so like you give that to your staff, like that's just
Yeah, he's the head coach at Arizona State, not at
and it's his first head coaching job,
Right.
So it's not like he's not like Saban.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was incredible.
I thought it was really cool.
It's a really good gesture.
Really cool gesture, and I mean, it speaks volumes to the type of guy he is. But obviously, I mean,
$5,000 to $10,000 does a lot for like the average Joe.
Absolutely,
especially the off-field staffers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're working like for free damn near, or maybe education.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
No, not all of them.
Some of them. But
yeah.
out of the 20, some of those are working for like minimum wage.
Right.
Yeah,
They could go work at Chick-fil-A and make more money than they're making at Arizona State.
Portion of their annual salary.
100%. That's amazing. Really cool. Really cool. Makes you like Dillingham even more. He has a halftime speech that was really good too. Have you guys heard that? It's got a lot of bad words, so we're not necessarily going to play that. But
I need to hear that though.
They bleep it out. So they played Arizona.
Right.
Arizona's mascot is a cat. And he said, "No pity for the mother freaking kitty," and walked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twist. He always say, "Twist the knife. No pity for the kitty."
Yeah.
I loved it. It was
So good.
It was
Jake
so
Kennedy says, Kenny Dillingham, high character individual. Couldn't agree more. Sort
He
of
is.
like
good. Yeah.
Brian Sports.
Oh wow. Nice.
Sort of like that guy. And by sort of, I mean identically like that guy.
Yeah, he would definitely do that.
I was just about to say. So I was going to say Brian would do that, but then Chris went into talking about the halftime speech, which Brian wouldn't do.
So it's like,
He would give a halftime speech, but just maybe not those same words.
yeah, he would
he
take
would-
some of the traits of Kenny Dillingham.
He would take some of them.
Leave
He
the
would
other
take
ones
some of them.
behind.
Right.
Brian, a class A guy in the community, business owner, family man. Literally every aspect of life, Brian does well.
Yep.
If you want to look at someone and figure out what life's about, look at Brian Dix. Brian knows what it's about, knows what life's about. He's great for our community, and we need to return that favor towards him and be great towards him. Get all your Columbia High Tiger merchandise there, your shoes, hats, Florida Gator stuff, Florida State Seminole stuff, Miami. You can get your stuff there if you're a little crazy.
Yeah, your playoff shirts.
Don't do it.
50% off. No,
Idiots.
I'm just kidding. Sorry, we didn't mean to turn this into a Miami hate session. It's a Brian love session. We love Brian. Joey.
Yeah.
If people want to call Brian and make sure he's got exactly what they need,
Yeah.
they want to get a T-shirt made, they want to get jerseys made, hats made, what's the number they should call?
They should call 386-755-0570.
One more
And
time.
then, one more time. 755-0570. Make sure you mention Front Porch Sit and get 10% off of your purchase, excluding bats. And, go see Brian for sure. Good people. Went and saw him today. Had lunch with him and then went into a store.
Mose?
Duh.
Hey, there he is. Brian Dix in the chat.
Oh, what a
Brian.
dude. Man, what a great
Didn't
guy.
even know
Gosh,
it.
I love that
I
guy.
didn't even know it.
Really one of my favorite humans.
Are we going Florida State right now?
Have to.
Right?
Can we talk about, go back up to kids play sports, bats, gloves, everything support, and shop local. They directly support our kids. Absolutely.
Blaze Neely said
Heck yeah,
that.
Blaze.
Yes.
We'll get the Clayton's.
Let's go. Yeah, speaking of halftime speeches, I'm old enough to remember when Landing called guys out for playing for clicks. Was that not true?
It was true, and then they
And it still is true, right?
And then they went out there and curb stomped him.
Right. Like, I don't.
So, like,
I'm a little
it isn't
confused.
Like,
a little
it isn't like
confused
he
why he
said
brought
it-
this one up.
It isn't like he said it and it isn't true, and it isn't like he said it and then they didn't go do what he said they were about to go
They
do.
literally beat him like 733 to negative 18.
And
or
he
something.
called the dogs off, and he shouldn't have.
He should have went full on beatdown mode.
But also, is Dan Lanning unlikable? Because Jake Kennedy just said Dan Lanning has become unlikable.
Yeah,
Something must have come out today because I
I didn't know he was unlikable. But scroll up a little bit because there was another comment that I also don't know. I don't watch much West Coast football. A little lower. Speaking of halftime speeches, one more.
And now he smashes helmets while staring into cameras. I didn't see that. So.
I haven't either, but I don't know if that makes him. It's crazy how fast Dan Lanning became unlikable. Chat, is Dan Lanning unlikable? We know there's two unlikables in there.
Hold on. Let's maybe try to.
I did not know that Dan Lanning was unlikable.
I
need
didn't-
to
I really
search
didn't either.
this on Twitter real quick and see what we're talking about because I don't have a clue. It's a video, correct?
Yes. Apparently, allegedly.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen
There's,
anything.
I love that first video right there. I mean, my guy.
Yeah, we don't see anything.
Y'all gonna give me $6 million more? Oh, there. That's the one.
Oh, here it is. 20 seconds. We're watching it right now. Chat.
Okay,
We have
let's
no
see.
idea what
Let's
he's
see.
saying.
Whose helmet is that?
Take it the other team.
Yeah,
Colorado?
it's definitely no. It's Washington. It's definitely the Washington Huskies helmet, and he beat it with a sledgehammer.
He beat it with a sledgehammer.
Okay, but why don't we like that?
I was just about to
If
say.
you're an Oregon fan, you love that.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I will say Clayton did redeem himself. Miami playoff shirts on their way to Cameroon right now.
Yeah,
The fine
for sure.
folks of Cameroon.
That's right.
sure.
Travis Smith, I think he's a cool guy. But every Oregon game I've watched has been in the Full House. That's a establishment that's open late at night in Lake Butler. So it's West Coast football. My boy has been in a bar watching the Oregon Ducks. Yes, sir.
All right, Florida State. We good to go there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris.
People don't like winners like Dabo.
Hey, Trey's right. He's a winner. I love it.
He
I
is.
like he smoked a cigar whenever he turned down the extra money to stay at Oregon.
Yeah.
I kind of like the smashing the helmet thing. That wasn't weird.
I didn't have a problem with it. I don't know.
I mean, whatever. And then the clicks thing, I know why Clayton doesn't like it. He told the truth, and sometimes it hurts.
It does. You take your L's when you take them. Right
Yeah.
now, Colorado's on a W, though, so you're good, bro.
Speaking of L's,
Florida State.
Florida State took one. What was your initial takeaway from the game? And then I'd like to get yours too. And then chat, tell us your takeaway. It feels like it's been forever ago because it's been like a holiday in there, and there's
Right.
a lot of football been played since then.
yeah.
But it hasn't.
But there
It's a week.
really hasn't been anything other than.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first? Because mine will be the worst takes.
Yes, let's do it.
No, I don't think
My
so.
takes are basically just a little bit of a sloppy football game.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like Florida State, as I was watching it, they'd get some chunk plays here and there. They'd get 10, 11 yards. They'd get 12 yards. But they just couldn't string together drives. They couldn't do that on offense.
Yeah, my initial takeaway was Florida State was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought Florida was kind of bad.
Me too.
I didn't think Florida was
That's
good
why.
by
That's
any
how I
means.
know Florida State was bad because I didn't think Florida played very good at all.
I
Defensively, I thought they played okay. I thought they played,
Florida?
Yeah.
They got after the quarterback. I said here on the show
Yeah.
that they are absolutely going to destroy any offense that Florida State can put together because they're going to have the negative plays. I did not foresee the fumbles, Joey. I didn't see the
5 turnovers is bad.
yeah. Well, they fumbled 8 times and they were able to recover 3 of them. The muff punt was absolutely crucial.
That was horrendous. Too.
Like
so
you go into
funny.
the half 7-0.
Yeah.
You know, against the Florida team. Lagway is playing very pedestrian. He had a pedestrian day.
Agreed.
I think he had like 134 yards passing or something like that. Didn't make the critical error, but he did have an interception. I don't think that was his fault. I think there was a mix-up in the routes. They ran
Definitely
the
was.
wrong route, right? They were in the same area. That's not ever supposed to happen. He was pissed about that, as he should have been. I don't know, man. I think I liked how Florida State played for most of the game on defense. That part
Right.
was refreshing because they haven't really played that way. They still don't fit. They still don't fit the run right. 20-9, just literally they just go. And I said it on the podcast. I first guessed it. They just run into a blocker like a charger, like a cell phone charger. I tell my guys on defense, please don't plug yourself into a block. We do that with our cell phones. We plug them into a block and we charge our phone. And we don't want to do that on defense. And 20-9 do that consistently. I almost said religiously, but a lot. They're not good. I think Florida ran the ball well. I think they leaned into the run game. They knew the game was over. Somebody said it. Napier didn't have the killer instinct. He didn't. He should have absolutely blew that team. Florida State's been beat to sleep a lot worse by worse teams.
Yeah.
I was underwhelmed by Florida. That's who I thought. That's what I thought Florida State was. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
Or
100%.
we thought they were.
That's who they are. And I thought
Yeah,
Florida,
I
Florida
actually-
played down to them a little bit.
I actually agree with everything you just said. Off air, I was talking to Brad about it, and he's like, "What do you really think?" And I was like, "I mean, I really just think Florida State's not very good. Like, and it's not because they're just not very good. They just
the
don't.
offensive
They don't.
line.
Yeah, they just don't have. I don't know that. Like, yes, it was a rivalry game, but they still didn't come out and play like extra hard or
With Florida State?
Yeah,
I agree.
They didn't play juiced up. They didn't play any. They look like they have looked. And Florida, I said it last week on the podcast that Billy doesn't have that. He doesn't have that go-go. Now I think the situation at Ole Miss, I think that fired him up a little bit. Like I think the guy that's supposed to replace me is coming into my house.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's not
Sure.
how this is going to go. I think
Sure.
that one got him. But, like,
He should have been more fired up for this game.
right. But a team that you're supposed to beat that's not very good, like,
No, are historically bad. I
for Florida State, it's as bad as I've ever seen them. So
that's what I'm saying. They're
yeah,
historically bad. That's what I mean.
So, and if that's the case, I'm with you. Like, me and you,
yeah.
we go kill.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
What can twist the knife?
Twist the
You're
knife.
gonna feel this. And I'm not apologizing for planting the flag.
No.
I'm not gonna do that. If you did this, if you point at me like this, and I'm glad Mike did it. I love that. That's an unpopular opinion. That's fine. I love that he said, "Hey man, that's BS." Don't like. I don't. If I was Billy, I probably would have pointed at that scoreboard like, "See you next year." You said it. You said it. We don't like you, and you don't like us. Like that's fine, and that's how this should be. But he apologized. He is just a nice guy. I mean, I don't know. I thought. I'm not gonna say Florida squandered it, but like, where would you guys rate this Florida team right now compared to like the last 3 years? Say.
I mean, I think Trey said it in the chat right there. They're playing very hard. They're not playing with all starters from like who should be there necessarily.
Well, the depth chart is the same minus the back end, right?
Right, minus the back end.
Yeah, and that's
and
a
then
big
Pup
deal.
Howard.
Pup Howard. Yeah, but I think 29-5 and 6 there's not a huge drop off.
No, I think 10's better than 6 too, though.
I agree, but 29 almost had a scoop and score. By the way, he's really freaking good.
Yeah.
I got some actual insight on that. We'll get to it.
Yeah, can't wait. Actually,
I'll close the Florida State talk with some like really good stuff.
Okay.
About him.
Yeah, Napier's still bad on Saturdays, despite all that's going on, despite how good they're playing, despite all that. He's still bad on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, Saturday, whatever time they play. He's still bad at coaching the game of football. The actual game itself, not the players, not policing. I don't care about any of that.
No, they play extremely hard for him.
The game management of just the game flow, the clock management, the middle eight, which he's been historically bad at, like.
He got bailed out by a muff punt, which helped him in the middle.
100%.
Because they scored with 2 minutes to go in the half, which is a back.
But it was a muff punt.
The ball out.
But it was a muff punt that where nobody was even closing in on him. He had already called for a fair catch.
It was 100% a Florida State thing.
Yeah, but it was just bad. Like
Yeah, it's
bad.
Garbage football.
Yeah.
They've been doing it all year. That's why they're 2-10.
But with all that said, like
31-11 is that what it was? 34-11.
I think it was 31-11. But
Excuse me.
Florida's playing good football right now. Like if you were to ask a playoff team who do they not want as a 12 seed, Florida's not on that list. They don't want to play. Nobody wants to play Florida right now. And I know people are like, well, DJ Lagway didn't play. DJ's going to do what they ask him to do, and that's not turn the ball over, which he did once. It's not turn the ball over and run the football. That's what Florida wants to do. That's what they did. He's not going to. I don't believe that he'll ever throw for like 400 yards in a game, other than against Samford because they're bad. But
yeah, I don't know that I totally agree with that comment. You've watched a lot more Florida football than me. I think he will throw for big numbers. I thought Florida State had like a decent plan for him. I think they did what I said they were going to do. There's a couple. That sounded bad.
No. It's true though.
I said that DK was going to get the ball on deep over routes. Well, he got the ball on the deep over routes. They capped Badger with Zaria Thomas. I thought that was pretty good. They tried to load the box a little bit to try to stop the run. They got creased a couple times when linebackers misfit, but like that was the plan. I thought, and I thought Lagway's accuracy was off. He was off against him, especially early. Early, he missed some couple.
Yeah, the short and intermediate game, he's not overly accurate.
You know the one play that he throws like the most beautiful, perfect pass down the right sideline where he shakes off Daryl Jackson. I just knew they were going to blow that dead.
Daryl Jackson did too.
Yeah, that's why he let go.
100%.
Because any other time that's a 15-yard penalty for us.
Right, because if you fall on him, it's a 15-yard.
He's going to hip toss him right now because he's bear hugged. Like the guy's huge. He's not like Lagway's a beast, of course, but he's not. Daryl Jackson's a different type of creature,
right. And
he has both arms around him. Like it was just to me, but that was an incredible play because the ball he threw after But I was like, man, that's a huge turn. It's a 45-yard turn right there. Like Florida goes down. Anyways, that's one play. But I thought that was. I thought Lagway was like human. That's why I said in the podcast, if he's human,
right,
then Florida State has a chance. And for the most part, they never were going to win the game.
Take away the 5 turnovers. And that's a pretty close game.
Yeah. Toa Philly, a guy that's like a true Seminole, runs the ball hard. He fumbles the ball. It's uncharacteristic.
Right.
It's a terrible fumble. You can't fumble.
8 fumbles is ridiculous.
8 fumbles, and they lost 5 of them.
Yeah.
The left
How
tackle
many
gets
feet are in a mile?
5,280.
You pick this ball up, you run every one of them.
Yeah.
Petey.
I don't know. it went how I thought, but I was mad that Florida State played decent on defense, which made me like feel like there's a chance to keep this thing within the spread.
Yeah.
And then Mike Norvell, the onside kick. Like, can we just? I said it on the podcast again.
Right.
Can we stop doing that? Can we just like? It's respectable to a point. It's 24-7 or 24-10 or whatever it was, 11, I guess. Like everybody's
24-11.
Pack it up.
Everybody's making money. Like you have overachieved in this game. Let's go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 sacks, 14 tackles for loss. Like what? I mean, until they fix the offensive line, it doesn't matter who's anywhere. Someone said there's a really funny comment up ahead. I missed it.
Trey told me he was going to judge every pitch call.
Oh.
He never pitched in high school or college, but he's going to judge every pitch call.
Ooh, I didn't mean to go there.
It don't bother me. I don't care.
Lagway is very 2014.
He can judge him. I won't be there the first 2 games, though, boss, so make sure you come game 3.
You won't be. Oh, my God. That's crazy. Wow. That's a fine, too. You got fined. I wonder if school paid that.
The fine, Mr. Brian Dix asked, what happens when DJ, when his hamstring is healed? What happens with DJ when his hamstring is healed?
He's able to run a little bit better. I don't know. I don't think.
Do you think it hindered him really bad in that game?
I think it stops him from running, which I don't think he really wants to do a whole lot of anyways.
If I'm a Gator fan, I'm like, please, God, don't.
Yeah,
I got 4 backs that are really good.
Yeah.
Let them run.
it. Right.
But I think that's where DJ's at his best.
Is moving around. I don't think so either.
I think manipulating the pocket, movement in the pocket is where he's at his best.
But that's not his hamstring's not prohibiting that.
No. And even when he gets outside of the pocket, I mean, I think he's really good out there too. But
yeah, he shook off a 320-pounder.
Yeah, and then threw a really good ball. It's ugly.
Incredible ball.
Good, yeah.
It was ugly.
The ball was wobbly and ugly. But
DK's good. That's what I was saying. He's like the security blanket. Like he's gonna be. He did have one really bad drop. Mm-hmm. He did, but like the catches really made up for it. Man.
Right.
He was sensational.
DK
Florida State didn't have anything for him. Like the touchdown pass that he threw in the end zone to Burke. That should have been picked off, but
yeah,
it wasn't. It was a touchdown. Number 3 is just god awful. You know what I mean? Like he's just terrible. Like that's a really bad ball crossed from right hash to left hash back in the end zone. It's
floated.
Floated. That's intercepted most teams, but. It wasn't. It was a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm not. You can't do that. I think Florida's front 7 absolutely dominated the game, like they have here in recent weeks. They're really good. They're really deep. They understand what they're doing. They play fast. They play physical. If you're a Gator fan, that's a lot to be excited for.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah,
it's been fun watching
a lot come back.
Yeah, it's been fun watching the defense play.
The last 3 weeks.
Even more than that. I mean, really, Tennessee.
Tennessee, skip the Texas week.
Yeah, Texas week doesn't count. Too many. Staff really has done a tremendous job of getting them prepared to play and like they're playing like you've said it a few times, but they're playing fast.
They understand what they're doing.
Yeah, it's extremely free. It's extremely fast,
and they're fresh. They're deep. There's like 8 of them in the front 4.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the linebackers because they rotate the linebackers too.
They do.
Yeah.
No, it's a very good problem to have for Florida.
Yeah, I'm excited about the future. I'm
should be.
I'm hopeful that.
I hate that I'm getting excited about the future.
I know, me too. It really bothers me actually. I think Luke said it earlier. He's hopeful for an OC. I'm also hopeful for an OC.
I don't think you're going to get it because he went 7-5 with that schedule. No way it happens now.
Yeah, I of course everybody says at that when it was all going down that he was getting fired. Everybody said that part of the deal of him staying was he had to hire an OC.
Oh, okay. Then the offense started playing a little bit better.
I don't know.
Really, they didn't.
I don't know how true that is. Better. He's not calling plays anyways.
Yeah, so
get
OC if you want.
Yeah. Lagway had like 4 different throws where the whole defensive sideline was certain it was going to be a pick. Sadly, we don't have any talent, so it was.
I 100% agree with Maxwell. That's why I thought like Florida. I didn't think Florida played very good. Like they certainly weren't the best team that we played this year, and we haven't played a very tough schedule.
Right. It was 4.5. Coach Hosford and maybe some people allegedly hit that pretty hard. What can he say?
Knowles might run a 4.8, and then Blake said in the 30. Correct. That guy's terrible. He's our freaking slot corner.
And then Luke said something up top. I don't know what he said either. One more up. DJ has to work on the short and intermediate throws, and the offseason his deep ball is just perfect. I agree with that.
Yeah, just start throwing it deep. Bombs over back.
I mean, I think I truly think that's
monster.
I truly think that's what they want to do.
Yeah,
like they want to run the ball, hit the big play.
Yeah,
hit the deep shot, and they get. I mean. Trey Wilson's coming back. Aiden Mizell's coming back. I mean, those two guys right there are good enough to go get the – yeah, they can I think they're using Mizell a little bit wrong. Like, I think they should use him in the Badger role. Like, he's a little bit more athletic than Badger.
He's just so twitchy.
Super twitchy.
Mizell?
Yeah. But he actually runs the route tree. Like, Trey Wilson doesn't really run the route tree all that well.
No, he doesn't.
But Mizell actually has the route tree in his bag, too. If he puts on a little bit of weight, that dude could be pretty freaking good, man.
Yeah, he is very, like – sudden is
right.
like the word. Very sudden. Very like, oh God. He'll make you hold your breath as a defensive coach. Like, please don't let him touch the ball.
Yeah.
I don't want him with the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And like what you just said too, to allude to it, they get him the ball, Joey, in a variety of ways because he can have the route tree, as opposed to like Trey Wilson, who you know how they're going to get him the ball.
Right.
So he's not as dangerous because I know like you're going to get him the ball this way or this way.
Yeah.
Whereas the Mizell guy, could be a curl, could be a bubble, could be a go, could be a comeback, could be could be an over route, could be anything. Yeah. So, I think that's interesting.
Trav said not mad at that philosophy. Me either.
Trav's a big proponent of run the football, take a vertical shot.
Blaze said, why is Gene leaving? I thought he was going to be super good. I still think he's going to be super good. I think part of that is just like health. Couldn't really stay healthy. Yeah. And then when he was healthy, it was like, you haven't been healthy, so we can't really throw you out on the field because you really haven't been healthy. Let's stack some weeks of health on top of each other and see what happens. And that just really didn't happen. I think it was just a bad combination for the both of them. I think I really like Andy Jean. When they came in, I thought he was the best route runner of anybody of that class of Trey Wilson and Mizell.
I saw him practice, and he was the best route runner
by far, right?
Yeah,
yeah, and that doesn't just include that class. That includes everybody.
Early enrollee, still was out there running.
No, he runs clean routes and he's fast. He
comes back to football. He does everything right.
Whoever gets Andy Jean, I think he's going to get a really, really good football player.
Let's go to. Do you want me to go Jaden Robinson now, or do you want me to go? Or can we talk about? We're gonna go Jaden Robinson because I can't remember what else I was gonna say. So they're doing exit meetings now. Mm-hmm. Jaden Robinson is not leaving Florida. He wants. That's where he wants to be.
Right.
And they want him. This is what I'm getting at. And I'm not gonna go into too deep a detail, but basically they thought maybe he might be like entertaining, and so they moved this exit meeting up a day. Mm-hmm. And they're like, how can I say this? We really want you here. Like, what do you need? Like, we'll, within reason. Like, we love you as a Gator. We really want you. I'm not gonna. I can't say anything else. But they moved this meeting up, so it's a priority. And they were like, look,
what's it gonna take? In a nutshell,
Columbia boys don't bust.
We like you. We want you.
Lake City boys.
So I thought that was really cool, man. Cool for the kid, cool for his family.
100%.
Good for the University of Florida because he's a very good football player.
He's a good kid, too.
Oh, yeah. Exceptional. Better kid than player, probably.
Yeah.
Which is saying something.
Right. Because he's been really freaking good for us.
Oh, no. That's it. Now I got it. Flag planting. How do we feel about that?
Oh. Okay, so I hate it all.
Yeah, no. You and me are on the same page here.
I hate it all. I don't want to see flag planting. I just don't. I
have two reasons why I don't like it.
Same.
I have the old dad reason, and then I have a different reason.
Yeah.
I have the old head, like, get off my lawn. Like, first of all, it's kind of like disrespectful as hell, and that's fine. You can be disrespectful, but it leads to things that are outside of what people want. Like, people don't want to be pepper sprayed.
Right.
People don't want to be in danger when there's melees going on where we have helmets flying and sucker punches and all this kind of crazy stuff. People don't really want to be involved with that. A Florida State player, and it just happened to be a Florida State player, falls down, Joey. He falls down. And then there's two players that are kicking him in the head. That's not who Florida fans I know want their program to be looked at as that.
100%.
Right? Like, that's not indicative of what you want the perception of your program to be.
No, absolutely not.
I don't know, man. And so that's the old man in me, like the New Balance guy, cargo shorts. We don't do that. Where are you at on it?
So,
chat, I want your opinions for real, please, because I know that Clayton definitely disagrees with me. And Yekring's not in here, but he also disagreed. I'm curious.
So for me, I'm with you on that part of it. I think part of it is just kind of more the old school, like old head part of me.
And the safety, it's not safe.
Yeah,
it goes sideways fast.
Yeah, the other part is it's not safe for me. Like I'm a little hot headed myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe allegedly, and yeah. I mean, if you do that to my field, like odds are the end it doesn't end well.
Do you remember what happened in Swanee when we played Swanee?
I do.
Yeah, they tried that same thing pregame.
Yeah.
Punched the kid in the mouth.
Yeah.
You're not
who was
mixing-
it? It was not First Coast.
It was
Through the sand.
Fletcher. Fletcher threw beach sand out of buckets at our head coach.
Right. How'd that work out for them?
Oh, we curb stomped them. It was
Right.
all, again, pregame, though.
Yeah, that was pregame. That wasn't even postgame. But yeah, like it just. And the other thing that really, let me tell you, oh, buddy, the thing that really makes me the most mad out of everything is the tearing up the grass.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
I
And maybe
totally
it's
agree.
because
I
like
consider
at Columbia
that
High,
makes me more mad than anything.
at Columbia High baseball, we take care of our own field.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why, because like if somebody came and like started just cleating our grass, like there's a good chance we're
Bro,
yeah.
what does the field maintenance guy have anything to do with you losing a football game?
Right. He didn't do anything.
Or winning a football game, right?
Yeah.
Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
it's not the turf's fault. It's not the grass's fault.
No.
Don't do that to the grass, man. Don't
What
do that.
really
to the
bothers
grass.
me about this whole thing, too?
I
This is a
want
little
to
bit
go.
of a
Yeah,
take.
go because I want to make a comparison because there's been some comparisons and I don't agree with them.
What I dislike is the fact that, like, how many of these kids are just mercenaries?
Right.
They're out here getting a paycheck. They're going to flip schools in a year.
Well, I
and
know
you're
that-
acting like you're like this die-hard, I'm a true blood Seminole, when you're out looking for your next opportunity somewhere else.
So when they were doing like all right. So can we differentiate between the two? And maybe we can't. And maybe this is where I'm wrong because I'm a Seminole fan. Seminoles have sod games, okay? Because this is what I've seen so much of, sod game, and that's when they're an underdog on the road, or it's a rivalry game.
Mm-hmm.
So like when they played Florida last year, they were not underdogs, but they were on the road in a rivalry game.
Right.
They win the game. They cut out a little 2x2 square, with scissors. So
I do wish they would take the sideline instead of on the field. I do wish that. But
sure, and they were in the end zone.
They were.
Now I will say this: when they were asked to leave by the law enforcement, they got their butts up, and left. They didn't get the chunk that they wanted, but they left. It wasn't disrespectful. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't a huge scene. They cut, and Florida State's like maintenance department, lawn and service, they make a donation of some. I've seen everywhere from 25,000 to 75,000.
Oh God.
To Florida for the 2x2 square that they take out so they can replace it and they can repair it.
Oh wow.
No,
I didn't know they did. I didn't know that.
100% do that.
Yeah.
Now the number, I'm not sure the monetary value. I've heard 25 to 75. It may be less. Like
I would hope it's less.
I hope to God it's less.
It would be- it would-
If it is, I will invite them over to the house today. Come cut some crap. Listen,
Take a
you
bigger
can take
chunk.
my sod cemetery. Take it to the cemetery right now.
But it's like I don't think that's the same.
Right.
Doing it like that, and then like what Florida were like, they're
Right, where
like
they're
ripping it up like.
That is the most disrespectful thing to me. Like the flag, okay, I get it. Like
Right.
Baker Mayfield, because I enjoyed it when Baker Mayfield did it. I don't know why that's different, but I liked it when he did it.
Because it was
And
impromptu.
That's the other thing.
That was
People,
just out of passion. It wasn't like a whole planned ordeal. It was-
I think so. I think that's what it is. And then
It's planned
Saturday
now.
it started with Michigan, and then
Yeah.
went to NC State, and then to Florida. And I'm like, it just feels like it's,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
it's
Now, like I'm, and we've talked about this too. The chop. I don't like when
hate
Florida
that.
players do that. I don't like when other teams do
No,
the Gator
I
chomp.
hate
I
it
don't
too.
like when like last year Florida State or every year pretty much they take the Gator head and they go around. That bothers me too.
see that to me that is different. And maybe, tell me why I'm wrong, and you can because I just need someone to tell me why I'm wrong. Because they're not hurting anything. They're not defacing anyone's property. It's the Gator head that they brought. They didn't steal it, and they just like take a victory lap to the fans that are still there,
Right.
in that moment.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
I mean, and not because you're a Gator fan, and I get that,
Right.
And I like it because I'm a
doesn't
Seminole
bother
fan.
me a little bit.
I just don't think that's as I
You say
don't
it doesn't
think
or does.
It does not bother me.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's on the same realm of like planning a spear, which they better have the security ready for next year because if something miracle happens, that's going to happen next year. They're going to do it. And then I'll have to sit here and say, that was stupid. Wish they wouldn't have did that. But I don't know. Clayton had a comment up there. Don't lose. Winning solves all. Don't agree with the kicking, obviously.
Yeah, there's been a
guy
few
in the
comments up
head.
there that I didn't get to see at all.
Yeah.
Keep going, a little higher,
Clay County, 2005. Yeah, I remember that.
a little bit more, a little bit more.
Luke's comment is one that we probably need to talk about.
The grass thing bothered me more than the flag. Oh, Blaze said that. Yeah, I didn't
he
even see
agrees
that.
with
Go
you,
back, go
yeah.
back up a little bit more. There it is. I don't want any team I coach doing it, but I also don't want any team I coach reacting that way. Yeah, I agree with both of those things. Well, I don't know. I saw the rest of that. You're good. You can go back down a little bit. Oh boy, he went down all the way.
Ringo, when you say same level, what?
I think he's talking about like the Gator
expound
head.
on that.
I think that's what he's talking about.
That the Gatorhead is the same level of
Yeah,
disrespect
you
as
can go back.
as what?
Down a little bit. I think he's talking about like the Gator head, like the chop, and then the Gator head going around and all that. I think he's saying that it's all the same to him. but I could be
I
wrong.
don't. I personally don't think like the Gator head is that big of a deal.
That doesn't bother
personally.
me one bit.
Me.
Doesn't move
Chauncey
me.
Gardner-Johnson with a whole Seminole head, and this year the same thing. What's the difference? I don't like it. I don't like it when he does it either.
I think
I don't. I just anything with the other team's mascot and being weird. Like I just don't. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
I wish the Seminole tribe would like really go after Chauncey Gardner. Like, there's no one to advocate for the dead gator. Like, there's PETA, no one cares about PETA, man. Whatever, we eat gator tail. But like, no, PETA can't cancel anyone. You not know. Whatever. Things have changed, my friend. Cancel culture is out of here. Anyhow, without all of that being said, I don't. I wish like the Seminole tribe would like that is terrible. He's carrying around a dead Seminole head, beheaded Seminole.
I mean,
Cancel that guy.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is the guy to do it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that
He
guy.
wasn't even that good in college.
How is he so good in the NFL and he wasn't
He
that good
was
in college?
terrible at Florida.
He really wasn't very good.
That's like Bradford County. They do a thing where they have the Chucky doll.
Yeah.
Well, let me be careful. I'm not going there.
You know where we are going.
Where are we going?
Thank God. I was trying to find a segue so
You did
hard.
it. You did it though.
No, you did it.
Thank you.
You did it. Josh McCardle.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. The
many
finest
Nelson?
barber this side of the Mississippi. Joey. Talk to me about Josh McCardle.
Same story, different week, man. My favorite barber in the whole wide world in the history of ever.
Keep going. Don't read that yet.
Sorry, he is my favorite barber in the history of the world. He is he's a good dude. We talk about it all the time. He's a great dude. The atmosphere is phenomenal there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the drinks. You're gonna get the popcorn machine. You're gonna get like just the greatest conversations of all time. Man, he's as good as it gets. I truly like it's a fun experience. Like I used to not enjoy going to get my haircut. I'm like, man, I got to sit here and do nothing for the next 20 to 30 minutes. It sucks.
Yeah, my
Dread
barber.
it. But not anymore. It's the experience is phenomenal.
My barber's hands smell like weed. He would try to clip my beard, and he would put his finger up.
We went to the same barber, so
You know who? Am I lying?
not even a little bit. But not anymore. Not anymore.
No,
Chris.
my barber's saying that he wears gloves.
He actually does.
He doesn't put his bare skin on my face. Please don't do that.
Yeah,
For real, though, right?
No, he wears gloves on my. I
Yes,
promise.
yes. It's great.
Yeah.
just the way it is.
Yep.
So give him a text 386-247-1430. Text Josh McCardle. He's going to send you the schedule when you text him and say, hey, you text him and say, hey, I need to get on the schedule. Can you send it to me? He'll send you the schedule. Get on there for the next forever and ever and ever. Tyler's owed a haircut. You need to go get one.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah, you said you would go
I did
to.
need to go get a haircut.
Yeah, you
I
said
did.
you would go to him to get a haircut. You're going to do that. I'm holding you to it.
You look fire too, man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you will look good.
Oh, I appreciate you.
You already look great, man. You look wonderful, but you like with
Thank you,
Josh
Christopher.
with a Josh haircut. We need
Next
to
level.
figure out how we're going to do this duck race. We need suggestions.
Yeah, who are we doing it for?
Brian Sports. We owe
Yeah.
a gift
But,
card to
but
Brian
who,
Sports.
like just everybody in the chat?
No, I don't think it can be everyone in the chat. Although it could be everyone in the chat. All right, here's what we're going to do. Executive decision, and you can tell me no. We're going to do. We're
I
going
think
to
it's
do 10.
executive then.
We're going to do. We're all executives. We're going to do 10,
Okay.
and we're going to tell them when to go, and then you can just type me or in.
We'll
or,
give the code word at the time so they don't all
and then
start
the first
stealing it.
10
Yeah.
will be in. Once we say
We'll do it.
Just
tonight.
say, yeah, just say go. Well, as soon as we say,
when we say go.
put something in the comments for the next 10 or whatever. It doesn't matter what we
Yeah,
say.
I love it.
Um,
We probably need to do that soon, so that way you can make the duck race. Because seeing as it's already 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, God.
We'll do that.
we started late. 49 minutes in.
Yeah,
Says it at the top left.
We started a little bit.
Anyways, give Josh a text 386-247-1430. He's my guy. Holla at him.
All right, I'm gonna do this live.
Oh boy.
I'm slapping the college football playoff rankings up there.
Okay, cool. The oh wow.
Wow, that's
Did you
really
do that on purpose? Did that happen on purpose?
Yeah,
That guy?
I did that on purpose. No, it does that if it's the right size.
Wow.
All right, college football playoff.
joke there. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, that was tough sledding right there. All right, so here we are right now. Oregon number 1, Texas 2, SMU 3, Boise 4, just like everyone predicted.
So these are all
That's the
pro-
seed. Seeds. That's the
conference.
seeds.
Yeah,
those are
the conference winners.
projected
Yes, that's
based off of this weekend's games.
That is
Well, that's
the
based off
projected-
of
the current rankings,
Right. And
Yeah.
then
in
just
the conference games.
assuming the winners or the favorites win.
Chalk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So right now,
As of today, this would be the playoff
affirmative.
bracket.
So what conversation do we want to have about it?
What do you agree with? Like obviously,
I have no issue with 1 through 4.
yeah.
I think Oregon wins. I actually picked Georgia, so I could see Georgia there. Texas is still in.
I think if Georgia wins, they just flip Georgia and Texas there.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Texas will fall 5 spots. Yes, I agree.
They'll have to because Georgia will be the conference winner.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have to put them somewhere. I don't think they shuffle everybody. I think they just flip them. Okay. SMU. I picked Clemson just because I want chaos. Because see that and therein lies an issue. If Clemson wins, then they go where SMU is, and I don't think SMU is out. So then who is out?
So right now, SMU's ranked 8th, and I said earlier I don't think that they lose. If they lose by 1 to 7 points, I definitely don't think they're out. I think they're in.
Okay,
and then I think
let's go about that assumption.
yeah. So obviously the next team out is Alabama because
Yeah.
Arizona State's in because they're the conference champion.
And they're going to win. And so people need to know that 12 is reserved
It's
for
locked in.
the Big 12 championship. Is that correct?
No, it's just the four highest ranking.
Group of 5.
Yep.
But they're not even group of 5.
No. It's the 4 highest ranking conference champions are 1 through 4. So it doesn't have to be Power 5 or Group of 5. So like Boise is a higher ranked team than Arizona State currently, and that's why they're 4. And then Arizona State is 12 because they're just ranked 15th in the standings.
That's mind freaking me. But yeah.
Anthony Newton has the most unpopular comment. Bring back
No,
the
it's
BCS.
not. It's not unpopular.
It's so popular, but guess what? It's
don't
not
know why.
accurate.
I don't know.
The BCS 12 teams is ranked the same. It's the same 12 teams. I said that today. Bring back the BCS.
No, I want these games. I want chaos.
No, you're going to have it. But my point is that if you went back to the BCS rankings.
Oh, the BCS rankings, sure, fine. I just want the 12 teams.
Oh, I
think he's
see.
talking about
He means
BCS.
just top 2.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think he just means
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I don't want top 2.
No, I agree. I want it all
want
too.
this.
But
I
But
want this.
the BCS didn't miss. I'm just throwing that out there.
no,
But it was different than 2.
okay. You want to know what the BCS rankings would be? Oh my God, 247 Sports. I don't want to. I'm not going to turn the ads off, man. Like,
Dude, it's
sorry,
every
never
page
mind.
click.
Like,
Every page click. Every page.
never mind. I was going to actually do something cool, but CBS is lame.
All right.
CBS is the
I'm
worst.
saying we don't need 12 game playoffs yet. So I thought.
12 team play.
Would have
But
been
yeah,
nice
yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Alabama getting in over Miami. How do we feel about that?
So
I love
Alabama,
it. Screw Miami.
Alabama over Miami, Ole Miss, and South Carolina.
You do not like that.
I personally,
Did you see the South Carolina comparison to Alabama?
yeah.
What'd you think about that?
I mean,
South Carolina basically has better wins and better losses.
and better losses.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't have the script today.
I don't like Shane Beamer, so this is very, very hard for me. But I think that South
They
Carolina
des-
is
they-
the
they-
most
they deserve
deserving.
it.
I
Yes.
think they're the most deserving of the 3-loss SEC teams right now.
I agree.
I just do.
You can't get boat raced by Oklahoma and lose at Vandy.
You just can't.
100%. Because if not,
just
if you
The
say
games
those,
don't matter.
then the games don't matter.
Right.
And the brand matters, and then the hypothetical matchup matters more than the actual game that was played, and that's weird to me.
Like, what's the matchup they have right now?
Man,
Alabama,
I
Notre
think-
Right.
Dame.
I
Okay.
think Miami-
Yeah. So Matt Mahoney has a Bama beat South Carolina next. They did. I agree with this.
Yes.
But also Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. Why aren't they in? Because everything else matters too. All 12 games have to matter. If not, what are we doing?
And I'd also,
Like why are we not?
Do you remember the LSU game that South
Is
Carolina played
USC
and got
good?
screwed over
Oh,
by,
you're saying South Carolina. I thought I meant like South
Yeah,
Carolina.
and I get it. I understand that they beat them. I'm with you on this. But they also lost to Vandy, and they also got boat raced at home by Oklahoma, who's really bad.
I have a better answer. I don't
Like-
want either of them in. I don't want South Carolina and I don't want Alabama in.
I'm
They
good with
both they both can hang out
They
at
have
the house.
3 losses.
Yeah,
I agree.
Miami
Well, then
is
we
two-
got to switch it to 12 because this is that like
put Miami at 12
I'd
at 11.
rather have Miami in, personally.
so you don't want to see a team that's going to win then. You don't because
Alabama's not going to win.
They've lost 3 games. I
Alabama's
think
not gonna
Miami
win.
might beat Alabama.
I think they have a shot.
Yeah, so we're playing a hypothetical game.
yeah, I don't. But
But I don't think
I
Alabama
think there's
has
an
a chance to
argument
win.
for every team. I really do think there's an argument for all 4 of those teams. I think Ole Miss has an argument too. And And I think Miami has an argument.
South Carolina, if they beat LSU, they got screwed over by that penalty call on that. What was it? A pick six?
Yeah, it was a pick
it
six.
was pick six.
They're in for sure if that.
Okay,
that
let's-
doesn't
And
happen.
also, if Sellers is healthy, they're probably in too. But
Yeah.
he wasn't healthy all year, and so
yeah,
they're
he's
not.
a freak.
Miami lost 2 of their last 3.
Yeah, that's
I
not-
agree.
Yeah, they did. They did. They lost to
That's
Georgia
right.
Tech, who just took Georgia to 8 overtimes, and they lost by 3 points to South Carolina at the Carrier Dome, where they probably should have won that football game. They did it, and that's their own fault. But I don't want to hear Lane Kiffin talk anything. Beat a Florida team.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Go beat them, and then you're in. You don't have to
Yep.
talk. You don't have to whine.
It was in your hands.
Like, shut
You
up,
had
dude.
it.
You had it. Like,
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin, you went to Florida and laid an egg, got beat down, and that's cool. And so you're out. So sit out.
That's the way it works.
Yeah, I don't
That's the way it works.
know.
Travis said if it's 1 in and 1 out, take the head-to-head winner, but it's not. It's not 1 in and 1 out. There's South Carolina, there's Ole Miss, there's Bama, there's Miami. So you can't just say, oh, this team beat that team. So it's not between those two. In my opinion, it's between 4.
And to Brian's point about Miami losing 2 of their last 3, SMU has won 9 straight. They lost to 1 game early
To BYU.
BYU by like less than 7. So a 2 loss. So if they lose the conference championship game, we're going to bump SMU based off that logic. I know Brian's not saying that, but based off that
Right.
logic, like they won 9 straight.
Right.
Like, surely to God, we're not going to get rid of Surely we're not going to get rid of SMU after they've won 9 straight, and their second loss potentially will come in a conference championship game. Surely we're not going to do that to keep a 3-loss SEC. Oh, man.
I agree.
That's lame. That's not
I
not
agree
how
with
this
you.
was. I agree. That's
agree.
not how this was intended to be.
I don't know what people thought was going to happen with the 12-team playoff other than this.
It was always,
we were still going to argue
It
about
was always going to be about who's the last in.
Right.
It's always going to be that, no matter. if
But
it's
by
3,
them
6.
strategically putting Bama at 11, and then saying that if you don't play a game, that we are not going to move you because there is no data point on your team, nothing's changed about your team.
I hope Clemson wins
That's
just so that Bama gets booted out because I don't think they deserve to be there.
Okay.
Have they the last 10
But does 3-loss
years?
Clemson really deserve to be there?
Yeah, but they've won their conference
But if they
championship.
win the conference, but that's the rules that they set forward.
Right.
They cannot go against those.
Right.
I'm good with those too.
Yeah,
Personally,
I'm fine with that. You win your conference.
you win your conference, you're in. I'm good with that.
I think that puts them at the 12 seed though, and then that would bump. I think Travis actually said that earlier, and that would bump Arizona State to 4 seed.
I want Arizona State to win and get in.
Yeah, me too. But that I'm saying if Clemson wins, then they would go to like the 12, 11, 10 seed or whatever.
Oh, I see.
And then Arizona State would be the 4.
And then what do they do with SMU? They're still in.
I think they're still in. I think they're in regardless.
So I have a question, Chad. I have like a very specific question. I'd like answered if at all possible. Say Clemson does, because it's not a big upset. It's a less than 3-point spread.
Right.
Say Clemson upsets SMU, and you have 2-loss SMU, who their second loss came in the conference championship game, which they've already said you cannot be punished for playing in your conference championship game. And you have a 3-loss Alabama team who got boat raced bad by an awful Oklahoma team, and then got beat at Vandy.
that's enough to not be in.
So are they going to put Bama or SMU in?
I hope to God it's SMU.
I mean, that's what we've been talking about. It's either
What do
SMU
you
or
think?
Bama.
So you think SMU?
I hope it's SMU.
On
I
record?
don't think it will be.
100% SMU.
Okay.
Like I said, I've said that since the beginning of the show.
You have,
I think
you have.
I think that SMU's in no matter what, and if they're in, that means Alabama's out because they're the
They'll be the one that has to be bumped. They're a 3-loss.
they're the last seed.
That's non-conference
That's,
champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, SMU's in, and
I want it to happen so bad because I want one of 2 things to happen. I want them to have to tell Alabama to go home, or I want them to screw SMU, and then all chaos erupt. Because SMU beat Alabama.
I think
So.
Yeah.
SMU's a dark horse to win the whole thing. So.
I really like what Red Lasher
I mean,
does.
outside of the Hoosiers, I agree with you. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. All right, sitters. First 10 are in. Type in DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo.
First 10.
First 10 to
Duck,
type
duck,
in
go.
duck duck go.
I love it. Well, while they're typing duck, duck, go, we will.
They'll put Bama in and say they played more ranked opponents, which is true. They did.
Sure, they lost the 3 of them.
And they lost to 2 that
No,
were,
they didn't lose to 3 of them.
they lost to 2
2 of them were not ranked.
Yeah,
The
I'm
only
sorry.
reason that they're even there is because they beat Georgia.
Trav is in first one.
Travis Smith.
We still have a lot of people that podcast, don't we?
I got it. What is it?
We still have a lot of people that do podcasting, like listen on podcasts. Podcasters, we love you, but I wish you would come hang out.
It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Oh, wow. Trav, Newton, Mahoney, Chad. I got them right now. Cooey. I love a duck race. We're going to end the show on a duck race. It's going to be electric.
We've got to talk some NFL too.
Yeah.
We absolutely will.
We'll do that before the duck race, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
We'll cue the duck race up, though.
Yeah. So did you say
Chuck Bell? Let's go.
big Chuck
He's
Bell
got,
guy?
he's got a big game coming up this week.
A huge game. Be fun. It would be fun to be
So
playing
earlier
that.
I said I wish like our podcasters, I love them, right? But I wish they would join the chat. Literally, and Ringo's in the chat right now. But Chad or Travis Smith said chat is half the fun of the podcast. I do agree.
Oh yeah, FSU.
Ooh,
no, we have look more at
signing
the
day.
good wins
What
the
the
team
heck are we
has.
doing?
Yeah, signing day.
We haven't talked signing day at all. Jeez, how many is that? Because Ringo literally he's commenting, but he didn't,
But he didn't say
say
Doug
the
Doug
right
go.
words.
That's not. Nope, don't do it.
No, you can't do it.
Nope.
He's got to do it. He's got to do his own.
He's got to be the guy. What happened? Where'd they go?
Oh.
No, it says names in the list 7. It says I don't know where they're at. They're there.
There we go.
See, I told you they were still there. All right, Joey, let's talk about signing day real fast. Or did you have something else? I'm sorry.
No, it just. Do you look at? Brian said, do you look more at the good wins the team has or the bad losses?
That's a good question.
Say that one more time.
Do you look more at the good wins or at the bad losses?
This is Alabama. This is the Alabama question.
Yeah.
Do you care more that they beat Georgia, or do you care more that they lost to Vandy and Oklahoma?
Vandy in Oklahoma? Because we
I
both
think so, too.
we both said that we don't think Georgia is what Georgia was.
But just in general, like, would you rather
think
have?
wins.
Wins.
about
I think the wins matter. So if you have a loss, then that to me, I have to focus on the loss, especially to a bad loss.
Yeah.
And not just one. It isn't like a bad loss with like a Milrow didn't play or your MVP didn't play.
It's for Brian Sports, Ringo. It's a Brian Sports gift card.
Yeah, it's Brian Sports.
Come on,
Love
Ringo.
that. Jeez.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Bad
No,
losses. You look more at the bad losses.
Florida State got punished last year for ugly wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we got punished last year because we beat Florida ugly and we beat Louisville ugly.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Typically, like the great teams find a way to beat bad teams regardless of if they come with their A game or not.
Right.
Right? They didn't beat a bad team, and then they didn't beat another bad team. So they lost twice doing that.
I agree.
That way.
I 100% agree. Brandon Leslie said SMU played one ranked team and lost. It's not their fault that when they scheduled Florida State, they didn't know they were going to go 2-10.
How does that play? I don't know that it does because they didn't lose to anybody that wasn't good. Like BYU's a pretty good football program.
Absolutely.
And
they
so-
are.
so-
They don't get respect from the Southeast, but they play good football.
Right. And so I think it's really hard to judge them because they beat who they were supposed to beat all year long. They didn't play well the first 4 games of the year. Even the teams they beat the first 4 games, they struggled. Since then, since game 5, they've just beat everybody they've played kind of convincingly. Like
9 straight. What more do you want them to do?
they've been really good, I think.
That's my point. Is like these schedules are made so far in advance. What more do you want them to do? Get in the SEC. They can't. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
Like
You can't punish every
that's
team for
not.
not being in the
That, I
SEC.
hate that. That's so simple. Like small-minded mindset. Like, oh, you don't play SEC football. You're not playing. You're playing Pop Warner. Man, oh my God, shut up. That's lame. That's
Jamie.
tired. That's a tired argument, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That is the best conference, top to bottom, 100%. Especially with what Vanderbilt's doing. Like, that's insane.
I
But-
don't think he means it like that. I think he just means
No, I know
that-
he doesn't mean it.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Brandon's per se. I'm talking about just what you see on social media. Like,
Yeah.
it's exhausting. It's
Yeah.
just so exhausting.
No, I mean, I understand that they don't have the quality wins, but they don't have the bad losses either. So like going back to Brian's question. So for me, I don't know that there is a right answer in this because I think that beating the best team shows the ability of the team, right? Like so if Alabama beats, if Alabama beats Georgia, it shows that they have the ability to go beat basically anybody. Whereas like an Ole Miss, I don't think Ole Miss has that capability.
Yes.
Right? And so in that regard, like you almost have to look at the win because in a playoff scenario, you want the team that has the chance to go actually make some noise and win, right? But at the same time, it's hard for me not to look at Oklahoma and Vandy because
those are reality.
they were horrid.
It happened.
No,
They were horrid.
I'm so glad you said that. Go ahead, finish.
But-
it's really good.
But like I said, it also
Are you saying that Alabama is the Anthony Richardson of college football teams?
kind of.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
Kind of they are.
Yeah,
Like,
so
they can go beat anybody, but they can also go lose to anybody right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. I care more about what actually happens than the hypotheticals.
Tell him, Chris.
I don't care about
love
the
it.
freaking hypotheticals. That's what
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about right now.
We don't have to be
Kind of,
hypothetical.
but
The
kind
games
of.
got played.
Well, I'm
But
saying,
kind of.
like we're saying that everyone is saying that Alabama is a better matchup hypothetically than Miami, than an Ole Miss, or
But
than
hypothetically,
South
they were a
Carolina.
better matchup to Vanderbilt and Oklahoma.
That's why you play the
Hypothetically.
games. Oklahoma was a 15-point spread.
Yeah.
Like that's why we play the games. Let's play the games. Let's make the games matter. The bad part is here. I see like a lot of people in here that actually played sports, and I can't imagine how they would feel if they were the ones. Like you wouldn't have that same energy if it was you. That's all I was like. I don't know.
So who do y'all want in?
I don't want Bama. I want
Don't
SMU
want
in.
Bama.
I want
I'd rather have
I want
Miami
Clemson.
in.
No, I'm saying if it stays just like it is,
I got to go look at the rankings.
the only other
It's
people
just like it is. And Clemson wins. I want SMU in over Bama.
right. But if SMU wins, then what?
If SMU wins,
I'd rather have Miami.
me too. I think I'd rather have Miami, but I wouldn't have as much of a gripe about it.
I mean,
And actually, as a Seminole fan, I would love it. Put Alabama in over Miami
right. Well, I mean that's where we're at right now. I mean, Alabama is in over Miami.
currently.
just
Miami
don't
is
think-
not getting in. They're over.
This
It's
is
done
not
with.
the Alabama of the past like 4 or 5 years where it's just like, yeah, of course. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have Nick
Like,
Saban.
And I will
That's
just
the
say
excuse
this.
from years past.
Yes.
The best coach in the game is on
Yes.
your side.
I
They don't have that
also
anymore.
Say this: Alabama's best win is against Georgia. This Georgia team isn't. I mean, they're not the Georgia of the past either.
No, Ole
I
Miss
agree.
beat them too.
Ole Miss beat them too.
Ole
That's
Miss
what
beat
someone
them.
said that
Georgia
actually.
Tech should have beat them.
Yeah, Georgia Tech should have beat them. Georgia Tech really had them on the ropes. Like,
And then they would have been out too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right.
Then Bama's
signing
definitely
day.
in.
Signing day. Signing day. Signing day. Signing day.
yes, Joey, I want you to go first.
Okay.
Because I have an unpopular, I have a take that hasn't been the same take. Actually, I'll go first.
All right.
Because you said earlier, you said something. I want to give you a little bit of time.
I mean, I'm good. I got it. But you can go first. I want you to go.
Florida State finished where? 24? Because Matt Mahoney said let's talk about load more rankings, but we're not loading anything, baby. It's on the first page.
25.
25.
24. They finished in the top 25. How does Florida? This is my question to you. Florida State has been absolutely hemorrhaging for weeks now, right? We agree?
Yeah.
They don't have a coordinator on either side of the ball for the past 2 weeks. 3 weeks, really. 4 weeks, honestly. They were dead men walking. No receiver coach. And somehow or another, they finished top 25. The worst that they've ever finished was 27. So they beat their worst under Mike Norvell by 2 spots and lost their best ranked recruit to LSU. I don't know how they did it because when they went 13-0 and when they went 10-2, they didn't close at all. It was an awful close, abysmal close, like historically bad close when they actually had a good thing to sell. I thought today was exceptional for them. I don't care about it because I don't think how many kids will ever play for Florida State. I really
Right.
don't. Right? I'm consistent on that.
Yeah.
But I thought they closed extremely well today. I was almost shocked at how well they closed today. So were they, I think.
Yeah, I think Florida was ho hum. I know I'm very positive of this. Actually, they really felt good about Dallas Wilson. They thought they were going to get him last night.
Yeah, the 5-star that went to Oregon.
Yeah. He's been committed to Oregon for a good little while now. But like I said, I'm very positive, very very positive that inside that little meeting room, the war room as they like to call it.
It's a good word, Matt. Title of the pod, hemorrhaging.
Hemorrhaging. Yeah, I know Florida thought that they were getting Dallas Wilson.
I'm gonna say nothing about a receiver. They thought they were getting Jamie French too.
They knew they weren't recently.
Out of Mandarin, people that are really close to Mandarin, that he was like, it was closer than what people say from the high school he goes to.
Yeah, from a week ago till about 2 days ago. Yes.
But that's
Yeah.
very.
I'm saying this morning that inside this morning at 9:50, I know for a fact that Florida football personnel inside that room thought that they had a really good shot at landing Dallas Wilson.
Oh, I
this
see what
morning.
you're saying. I still
This
think
morning they knew that they were not getting Jamie French.
Yeah, but-
Last night they knew they were not getting Jamie French.
But 2 days is extremely recent, wouldn't you say? In
yeah.
the recruiting
But
cycle?
yeah. Like I said, up
I'm
until
not
2
comparing
days
the
ago.
two, but I'm saying Jamie French is the
Yeah.
number one receiver in the country. Like there was a lot
He
of
was.
smoke. There was because his
Dallas
quarterback
Wilson
got,
is now.
Yeah, but his quarterback got hurt and couldn't throw him the ball anymore. So you don't like Jamie French? Oh my God! Book this one. What time? He's really good.
Watch. He'll be so much better at Texas than he would be at Florida. He made the correct decision. I'll say that. Without any uncertainty at all, he made the correct decision where he was going to school.
Oh, well, I agree. But I thought there.
And I'll elaborate on that if you want me to. But
no, I don't. You don't need to. There's a lot of people that I saw that kind of flooded me about how Florida was getting Jamie French.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean,
Ringo said Nike money is big. Nobody right now. Well, I won't say nobody. Florida's in the top 3 spenders right now. And I know that from one of the spenders.
which one?
I will not say. We'll talk 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I know a lot of people think that they're taking that buyout money and spending it on high school players.
I'm not saying that at all.
You're talking about just in general overall, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in general overall, they are definitely top 5.
I know this, because I know it from
Yeah.
Florida's a Nike school, aren't they? They're not.
A Jordan school. They're a Jordan school.
It's a Nike product. It's a Nike product.
Yeah, but they don't wear Nike stuff though. They wear Jordan stuff.
Yeah, that's a Nike. Jordan is Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They don't get money from Phil Knight. I'll tell you that.
No, they're not. They're not getting the owner, the founder of Nike
Right.
money.
You know who does? Oregon.
Yeah.
But Oregon, I don't think that money has as much to do with Jamie French and Dallas Wilson as it does. You know what I mean? Like I think it does, but they know that they're good enough if they get developed correctly. Keyword developed correctly. If they get developed correctly, they can go make real money at the NFL level, which is for life.
Yeah.
As opposed to this right now money. Now Bryce Underwood's a little different. He's making a lot more than most.
What's he making?
Generational.
12.
No, he's not.
Wasn't it 12?
I haven't heard
Who's
that.
forking that over? Tom.
It was
I
10,
have not
10 and a
heard
half.
that.
Is Tom Brady forking that up?
No. It's Portnoy. And it's very,
Michigan.
Why?
yeah.
There's also a billionaire that's also
Yeah, like the second richest person in the world called Dave Portnoy and was like, hey, I heard what you were doing.
He has podcasts about it. He talks about it. He openly talks about that we're going to go get him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
He
matter
said we will never have to worry about quarterback position again. I'm paying for all the quarterbacks until forever.
He said that. No, they'll get. Yeah, no. It's
Yes.
open. It's open. Mention just said it, Portnoy.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy.
I thought Florida was underwhelming how they closed because they had so much freaking steam.
Yeah.
They were the hot. It's all relative. It's all relative.
Right.
They still finished top
11th.
10? Yeah, top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Not even
Luke.
a little bit of a slight.
1000% is. That guy sucks.
Can I just say this? As a Seminole fan, my biggest fear was because the Gators are trolls and they hired Alex Atkins. Whatever, he was on the sideline. Did y'all see that? He was on the
That was
sideline.
not Alex Atkins, Bubba.
Dude, it looked just like Alex
No,
Atkins.
it was not Alex
Who
Atkins.
was that?
I have no idea, but it was not Alex
But you said they're hiring him though.
Yeah, I'm
think
hoping
that'd be
that
a
was.
mistake.
I said that then too. I think it would be
did.
too. That was not Alex Atkins on the sideline.
That looks. I'm talking about what they're. Okay. I can see. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. It looked just like Alex Atkins. Joey's correcting me. I'm asking about hiring him. Are they going to hire him?
I don't think so, but I don't know that to be certain.
So my fear was they were going to hire him, and he was going to get Solomon Thomas, the kid from Reigns, 5-star tackle from Jacksonville. By all accounts, really good. Probably going to be a guard, but very good football player.
Yeah, there was a lot of smoke on that.
Yeah, a lot of smoke. I think LSU outbid is what I think happened. But he ended up going to LSU. So I was like, okay, that's one bullet dodge. Whew. And then Jimmy French had a lot of smoke. I thought it was a little bit more recent than 48 hours, but 48 hours up into signing day, I'm like, oh no, this is going to be another Mandarin kid. They just signed his teammate Drake Stubbs. I was like, oh no, they're going to
And the quarterback.
And the quarterback. I don't think he's very good, but another Mandarin kid though, Tramel Jones and Drake Stubbs, and I'm like, they're going to get Jimmy French too. Here we go. Florida's really about to build a monster. And fortunately, they missed on the. I won't say missed, but
No, they kind of missed.
They didn't get- they
I wouldn't
didn't
say
get-
missed either, I guess, but yeah.
they didn't get. I don't think it's fair to say missed. That's not fair to them. But they don't get Solomon Thomas. They don't get the kid that went to Oregon, and they don't get Jimmy French. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's still now it's only a top 10 class. It's not a top 3 class. Like,
Yeah, they said if they'd have got
we can
if they'd have got-
survive top 10. We can't survive
yeah,
top 3.
they say if they got Wilson, it was going top 5. Like that would have put them to the 5th spot.
100%. So if you add one
Just
of
one.
the other 3, they're a top 3 class.
Yeah, exactly.
If you say Wilson and French or Wilson and Thomas or what,
I think they were hoping for Wilson and Thomas.
I think they thought they were getting Thomas.
Same thing with
I know
Thomas.
that to be really sure.
Yeah, they felt really good about that.
We have a couple kids on our team that are like super plugged in at Columbia High School. We have a couple kids on our team that are super plugged in the Jacksonville area because that's where they're from. That's where they lived. They moved, but they lived there. and they're like really plugged into what's going on because those are like their friends. And it was not looking good for Seminole fans. It was looking really good for Florida fans.
Yeah. There was
Jamie French was at 100% considering like actually going to Florida.
Oh, 1,000% that, yes.
Like it was definitely moving in the right direction. I don't know what phone call he got.
I don't either, but I'm telling you, I agree with you. A week ago, people felt like it was done.
Sunday night, they thought it was done.
No, yeah, that's yeah.
Sunday night,
Yeah.
2 days before they signed, pen to paper.
Can you guesstimate how much of recruits signed today? Like 70% of the class, or is it more like 90, 95?
In between those two,
Yeah, probably
80, 85.
Yeah. I would say most of the big guys. I don't know for sure of all of them, but I know most of them signed. Because now you have to get to campus in January. Like,
So I want to and we'll get off this and we'll go to the duck race or NFL,
NFL.
and then we'll
Super quick, yeah.
It'll be brief NFL, then the duck race. We'll finish on that. I'm going to get to it real fast. 2 over 17 rankings. Do you think this NIL stuff has really helped with the parity of recruiting?
Maybe.
Because Florida State was 25th in recruiting, but the overall like star ranking was not the worst. I can't look at it because I have a freaking pop-up blocker. But
Their average is 88.88.
and it went down because we flipped y'all's freaking tight end from
the 3-star tight end.
Riverside.
Yeah.
I wish it would have. He's not a bad player though, so I'm okay with it. But
Right, but it makes the ranking go down.
yeah, go up to the top, 1 through 5. There's not been many years where Texas, Alabama, and Georgia combine for, what is that, 13, 12? 5 stars?
13.
13 5 stars between the three of them. They normally are like 21 to 25 5 stars between the three of them. Add Oregon to that mix, and now you're at 17 5. No, let's do top 5 now.
Oh, my God. This year, Alabama.
Now.
Oh, my God. This year, Alabama got 9.
What
2023.
happened to our chat? Oh, it's back.
Yeah. I think
Internet for a second there.
I think the internet jacked up for sure. It's back, though, right?
Okay, are they still in, though?
I have no idea if they're still in. Can you go to the YouTube video and see?
I got you.
Go to the duck race.
Well, I thought I had you.
I'm still on.
So Alabama 9, 5, 4.
60. Okay, go to the first number. Alabama had how many?
9.
9.
Yeah.
Georgia had 5, then 4.
18, 18,
Yeah.
19, 22, it looks like.
22. So not a huge discrepancy. But the top there, Bama with 9. I know Georgia's had like damn near 10 before. Like, so in that case, you did the top 3.
They've started limiting the number of 5 stars, too. There's only like 35 stars per year.
32.
More. Yeah.
32 total 5 stars. Oh, they can't hear. There's a long pause. Our microphones are working.
Yeah, I think it's just the feed.
I think that's just Anthony.
Video is moving, audio in and out. Mostly out, says Mahoney.
No.
I'm sure it's coming back. I think we're back now. We're back? Bike's in the chat if we're back. Mics are cutting in and out, my guys. How do we hear them so good? Are they crazy?
They're also 30 seconds behind.
I'm listening to it.
Everything is good on my end now. Thank you, James Mitchell.
Oh my goodness.
It's
That was
crazy.
a nightmare.
Bike.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. All right, let's go. Let's
I trust
freaking
Clayton.
go.
I don't know how or why, but I trust
No,
Clayton.
because isn't he the one that didn't he punk us? No, that was Chad Hunter.
No,
Oh, it was Chad, and it was
Chad.
fantastic. That was really good.
He got us the worst.
That was so good.
Are we about-
Chad got on board too.
Yeah.
Good times. All right. Do you want to talk about the NFL, Joey? What do you want to talk about?
Very brief, so we can do the duck race.
Yeah,
I
there's
have one thing I want to talk about.
there's one thing that I wanted to talk about too from the show notes from Clayton's tweet that he sent us.
What does it say?
It's a picture of Ryan Day, and it says Ryan Day is the Michael Jordan of James Franklin's. Dude, that is the greatest comment of all time.
Yeah.
Ryan
Really good.
Ryan Day is the Michael Jordan of James Franklin's.
He's the best at losing the big game.
He's the best at being extremely mediocre.
Yeah.
Yep.
Touche.
I'm not sure how he surprised at Ohio State after losing that game.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
If they lose, I think didn't we?
We did. No, we did.
If they
No,
lose to
If
Michigan,
they lose to Michigan and they don't win the Natty.
Right.
You have to win the Natty now if you're Ryan Day.
you
Do y'all
absolutely
think
have
they
to.
Really? I'm not
have
saying
to-
you're
you
wrong.
have to at least
I
play
don't know
the
that
Natty
they-
game. You have
They're
to at
going to
least play the
fire
title.
him?
You have to at least play the title.
I don't know that they can. The problem with the way the college
can't.
football works right
know.
now is the portal is opening and closing. He has no ability. Who are they going to hire in that scenario?
yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't think they fired.
I don't think
I
you're
think they're
so
really pissed
stuck.
off. I think they're very mad about him.
You're so stuck right now as a coach, and it's fantastic because there's nowhere you can go. Like if you're in that scenario when you're in the playoffs, you can't go anywhere.
Yep.
It's great. I love it. Love it. So I don't think they fire him.
They can't move him.
I don't think they fire him because I don't think they can, but I think they want to.
He's
Yeah, I think they want to.
His buyout is $37 million.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know
Ohio State's got that though.
Sure, but like they don't really want to have to get involved in that.
over the last I don't remember how many years it was. He's like 1-3 against Michigan, and then like
No, he's 0-4.
On 4.
I'm sorry,
The last 4.
Yeah, sorry, 0-4 against Michigan, and like 43-1 against everyone else in the Big Ten.
That's pretty crazy. Well, the Big Ten's not overly.
Hey, Luke is so funny. Then UF hires Heartline
Please,
and we make our
oh my
run.
God, please yes, pretty please yes.
All right, let's fire Mike and hire Heartline. I'm cool with that. But Mike's
I j-
buyout is even crazy.
I want Hartline as my wide receivers coach and OC like yesterday, or passing game coordinator at least.
NFL. What do you want to talk about, Joey?
You tell me.
I want to talk about the hit on Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, that's a good topic.
Oh, Mike Norvell's buyout, $64 million.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
What did you think about it?
So at first glance, I thought it was fine. And then I watched it a little bit more,
Wait, what?
and I hate quarterback sliding late. I despise it.
This is my thing. Is like, if you're gonna slide, bro.
If you don't want your F word ribs broken, then get down. It's pretty simple.
Like early.
What he did was a little too much, and he's got a history of doing these type of things. So for him, I don't think it was the right move for him, and he went too far. I think like he went up in the head neck area. I don't like that. Go in the guts. Go hit him in the rib cage. I'm okay with that a little bit.
Impossible to hit him there.
I agree.
After he's sliding, like it's impossible.
Right. But you can throw your forearm here instead of here.
I don't know. I just think the game moves too fast.
I see that's always been my thing. That's why I hate quarterback sliding late because it moves so fast. Like as a defender, you're in a lose-lose.
Which is why I'm shocked that I have this opinion and y'all have that opinion.
Because like
Wait, we have different opinions though.
no, we don't.
No, y'all are saying the same thing. You're polar opposite of what I'm saying.
You're
What
gonna
I'm-
say
what I'm
that
going
he
to
was
say.
dirty?
I'm gonna let Joy finish this, but then I'm gonna have my
So
own.
like, if Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson's running down the sideline, and you don't push them out of bounds hard, then they're going to pick up another 15. If you push them out of bounds hard,
I hate
then you're getting picked.
there
You're getting
is
15 no matter what, right?
nothing
So no
in
matter
sports
what
that infuriates me
happens,
more than that.
there's going to be 15 yards.
I think there's a difference between Trevor Lawrence play
There is a
and
difference.
them running out of bounds upright.
There is a difference, but quarterbacks.
I understand the point that you're making. And
There-
that point
there
is
is.
valid. But
There
we're
is.
Not, but that's not the question that
What,
you
what,
asked.
what I think Joey is saying is very, very true, though, and it's that quarterbacks have taken advantage of that rule
So many times.
so
In
many
this
times.
case, he's not taking advantage of it.
No, he didn't take advantage of it because he was giving himself up. But he's giving himself up for me to
the
you,
very last
and when
second.
we're running full speed at each other.
Full speed.
Like
It's-
both guys are going this way.
You know what's really
as
hard
fast
to do?
as they can go.
It's really hard to go lower. It is easier to go over the top of him.
Yes, that for sure.
I feel like
What he was
going
trying to
right
do
in
was
the middle.
what he
trying
was
to kill
doing.
a bit.
What he was
Kill
doing
a-
was trying to
excuse
send
me.
a message. Don't do that anymore.
He's a nasty player. He's a dirty player. Like
He does have a history.
He does have a history.
a long history. Like I don't know. I don't really Matt. I would not have thought that would be Matt's opinion.
I'm with Matt Mahoney. Lawrence is wearing a helmet. If he or anyone else doesn't like the hit, I hear tennis is fun to watch.
Luke said it's not even the hit that did it. It's the head off the ground or head to the ground. Sliding does cause that. He has to do that.
He has to do that way earlier. If you are going to give yourself up, give yourself up.
Like I get it from both sides. I get it from his perspective because he's not one that like has
The
taken
defender
advantage of the
has
rule.
the right to go and tackle the quarterback.
100%
The
that.
game has taken that away 3-4 years ago. So that's not true. You can't even sack the quarterback and land on him anymore. So I wholeheartedly disagree with what you guys are saying because they have literally said that he is not giving himself up on a sack. And if you land on him, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
If you get the slightest wrist to the head, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Agreed.
So they've all I'm not going to. I just agree to disagree. I thought the hit was dirty. I thought it was intentional. I
100% think it was intentional. 100%.
So,
I think it was
so
intentional.
therefore, I can't I can't defend that.
I think it was intentional,
Because
but
you're talking about like,
if he slides
and
away.
maybe, and this is where we talked about earlier. I'm getting older, so I get cold.
Stay off my lawn.
I never got cold anymore.
Right.
I never got cold ever.
Craziest thing.
No, I never used to get tired.
I thought for sure Chris would be Team Tyler on this one. He was going to be so proud of me.
I'm
We're gonna be this side
about
strong.
to tell you why no. That guy, Trevor Lawrence, has a newborn daughter coming soon.
Agreed.
So like, but like Matt said, don't play no more.
That's
so
what the
then,
money's
so
for.
then, so then, cool. Like then I'm taking my check. I got to go.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the
Just slide
league,
it
the
over.
league doesn't agree with what the commenters are saying
Just slide
because
it
they're protecting him.
Yeah, because it was obvious. I mean,
It was nasty. That was a violent play, and football is violent, and that's fine. But they've said for 5 years how they're going to officiate this. They're not going to allow that, so therefore, you cannot do that. Like that. I'm not gonna say like crime because like there has been a time where there are certain things you could do,
right.
and then they've said, hey, like you can't do that anymore,
Right.
and you still do it. You can't expect to not be punished for that. You have to change how you operate, or whatever it may be.
Right.
That-
Well, again,
If the question is it's dirty or not, it is absolutely dirty. If people want to be okay with it, they can be okay with
Yeah,
it. But that's a nasty play.
it was definitely dirty and it was intentional. And like I said, I and he has a history of it. I think if it was somebody else, maybe it's
And
a
I
little
think
different.
Mahoney is not Mahoney. I think Trevor Lawrence and Mahoney is a competitor, but I think Trevor Lawrence is a competitor, and he's gonna fight for every single yard. So he was like
So
literally
then why do you have a problem with it? He knows if he's going to fight for every single yard, there's a chance that he gets hit like that.
because he gave himself up, and it was a split second, a little bit too late, and he suffered guys. He was unconscious. Like his
know.
body locked up like this. People think that's funny. That's just
No,
not
it's
funny.
not
That's
funny.
the
No, I don't
nervous
think it's funny
system.
at
His
all.
nervous system quit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh my God, what
Right.
just happened? And so it's like, okay, well, his head, the ground did it. Okay, the ground did it because he got hit in the face. And the ground, he got hit in the face and his head snapped into the
Like
ground.
that.
Like,
Yeah, that wouldn't have happened.
okay,
if he got hit.
Luke is right in that sense. Like the ground caused it, but yeah, because the face got destroyed and his back of his head snapped into the ground. Like that's like when 10 people got his concussion. Yeah, he got hit in the face and the back of his head hit someone else's knee.
Yeah.
But if he would never get hit in the face, his head doesn't hit the knee. Like
I love these inflections.
I get it. I understand what they're saying. Me personally, I just don't, man.
I
thought it was nasty. I thought that guy is known for that. That is a dirty hit, in my opinion. If that, I mean, but that's what the money. I get. Okay, so I guess that's what the money's for,
Right.
And like you guys were saying, like slide earlier, it is a bang bang play. Like slide a split second earlier.
Yeah.
He still hits him though. I don't care. I will not back off of that. That guy was still going to hit Trevor Lawrence no matter what.
Fair.
Chuck said, "Y'all know I'm always on the side of defense. In that league, that hit was dirty. I thought he deserved 6 games. I am
Yes,
not
sir.
arguing.
And that Chuck is the defensive coordinator at Buholtz. I'm a defensive coordinator at Columbia. I don't like that play.
I have so much respect for you, Chris.
I don't like that play. That's not that in that league. Like he said, like I've already said that's not how they police that game, and it isn't a new rule.
Yeah,
You cannot sack the quarterback and land on them.
yeah.
You certainly know you cannot do that. That's just me.
All right, let's move on. Do you want to talk about Bo Nix, pretty good quarterback, or do you want to talk about Jameis Winston, pretty fun quarterback?
Hold that thought. Let me get one more thought.
There's a lot of comments that I didn't get a chance to read.
I didn't either.
Cheap shot for third for sure, and I think the league has gotten soft. I mean, I think both things can be true for sure.
The league absolutely has gotten as soft as it could possibly be.
Right.
But like we know the rules.
My initial thought on the hit
That was nasty.
specifically, my initial thought was, I'm so tired of quarterbacks sliding late. Like, I cannot stand it. It makes me so mad that they
take
slide
advantage.
really late and they take advantage of the rule because they know they
Kenny
can't
Pickett
get
was
hit.
the one that did it the worst.
When he was at Pitt.
He ruined it. Yeah.
Fake slid.
Right, and then scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
because the guys held up and that was in college still.
That's
But-
garbage.
But you had, and so I think that in my initial instinct, I was like, cool, break his ribs. I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. And then the more I watched it, because me and John, we talked about it at work on Monday morning, and then they showed it like 432 times on ESPN, and I was like, that's a lot. Like, you can't go to that extent to make your point of don't slide late. Like, that's not, and he specifically can't go that far either. Like, it has to be, like, that was a lot. That was a lot to me.
Yeah.
It was dirty for sure. The code red.
The running on the sideline to me is just as bad. I hate that play. Quarterback's running down the sideline. If you push the
defenders,
guy,
the defenders are
there's nothing they can do but stand right in front of the guy, and then another one come up beside him so he can't juke him.
It's
it
an
bothers
offensive-oriented league. Like
even in college though. It bothers me so much when guys are inbounds. They get pushed hard. They're inbounds. They get pushed hard, and then there's a 15-yard penalty.
Yes.
Absolutely not. You're inbounds. Whatever happens to you from there happens to
If
you.
you don't want to get hit.
you know another thing I don't like? I don't like the face mask. A defensive player puts his hand in the face mask, it's a 15-yard penalty. Offensive player can grab a defender by the face and snatch him to the ground or twist him however they want with a stiff arm. It's okay. They'll never call that. They never call that.
They do call that.
I've never, it hardly ever. Okay.
But typically they don't.
This motherfucker here. They call it at 10% less than they call a defensive face mask.
Oh, 100% that.
Okay,
but like,
so that's my point. Like,
but
that's
typically
you don't care about player
offensive guys
safety.
Yeah, that's fine.
More code red, Joey. Oh my goodness. All right, do you want to talk about the Thursday night football game? Jameis Winston almost threw for 500 yards. He threw 58 passes
And threw 6 touchdowns.
58.
Just 2 to the wrong team.
6. Yeah. So
6
good.
touchdowns, just 2 to the wrong team.
Bo Nix, very good.
Is there a better soundbite than Jameis Winston ever in the history of mankind?
I'm just asking the Lord to
Deliver
deliver me from these pick
Deliver me
sixes.
from the pick sixes.
I almost wonder, like, will he
He's
have,
so
like,
serious, too.
will
He's
he
heartfelt.
have, no, he means that.
Yeah, no,
No, he
100%.
means it.
I love
It's
Jameis.
No, I
so
do
genuine.
too.
There's
Yeah.
no-
I almost
love
wonder,
him
like,
more than
will he have, like, somebody that's super analytical say, like, how many throws, what throw results in pick sixes? Like, which throw
What route,
makes,
what tier throw?
yeah, what level
Yeah.
results in the most pick sixes? And then I'm like, Coach, don't you ever call that again. Ever. And I'll play the percentages. Like, if it's a tip ball and somebody makes a crazy play,
Right. Okay.
but like we're not. If those 2 routes in this position and that depth result in pick sixes, I'm not throwing ever again.
I
Never.
said that's not me. I know it's not me.
I know I can play this game.
Eyes
But
closed.
can that guy
I
is
love
really
him so
good
much.
though.
I love him so much.
He's got.
He's so good, man.
Somebody has to make a tackle.
Somebody tweeted, I don't want him to be the quarterback for my team, but I want him to be a quarterback for a team.
Yeah. It's pretty good. He's definitely a top 32 quarterback.
100%.
Oh, 100%.
It has
It's
been
not even close.
since it got
It's
banned.
not even close.
Yeah, I if you're a Cleveland fan, I mean, do you want Deshaun Watson or him? And it's not like
It's not remotely close.
it's not even in the same ballpark, right?
No.
I saw some Cleveland fans that said otherwise.
They want Deshaun.
They wanted Deshaun. Next year, I'd rather have Deshaun.
They've been hit like freaking Trevor.
Yeah, right.
Like,
They're looking like Trevor and Tua combined, made a baby.
Yeah.
No shot. No.
God no.
Bo
No.
Nix, pretty good. Joey, what do you think? Surprising you this year? He's kind of the CJ
He's
Stroud.
surprising. Bo Nix has surprised me.
Bo Nix has surprised me a lot.
He's not the rookie of the year, though, is he?
Who is?
Jared
Jade
Verse.
Daniels?
No.
You don't
Defen-
think Jade Daniels is going to be
Who's
the
a
rookie of the year?
defensive rookie of the year?
You're out of your mind.
Jared Verse is in the conversation.
100%.
No.
It's Jade Daniels.
Bo Nix is definitely. If trajectory continues, Bo Nix is the rookie of the year because their team's definitely going to make the playoffs. And
I would say it's still Jade Daniels.
I don't know, it's close.
It's
'Cause-
Jared Verse
Washington
is the defensive rookie of the year.
Washington was
Yeah.
a pile of trash.
Yeah,
I said that and I did not bet that.
you should have bet it.
Stupid.
It's not easily.
This isn't meant
It's
to be
not
shade on Jameis, but how historically awful is Deshaun Watson when Jameis is having the time of his life in Cleveland?
He's not wrong. He's really not wrong. Ooh, goodness. Excuse me.
Chris is cold over here.
I just
y'all.
got a shiver. Getting
Anything else
old.
in the NFL? Joey,
That's what I'm
Tyreek
saying.
Hill, congratulations on your 11th child, 5th of the year. Big clap for you.
Jaden Daniels is the minus 250 favorite to win right now.
Yeah,
Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
I think Bo Nix has been successful though because
Bo Nix is plus 200, so it's
Yeah.
not like far off.
right.
No, I think it's 1 and 2, personally.
Um,
Gotta take a phone call.
I do think that that throw Bo made the other night was
It was fire.
Man, that
It
did
was
some
really
things
good.
to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really
Bo's
good.
been really good. I think Sean Payton's been really good for Bo.
Yeah.
I think Russ gave Sean Payton pushback because Russ has been in the league for a long time and he's seen some things and he wants to do things like his way and their way. Like he's not just a their way guy.
Russell Wilson was never a Sean Payton type of quarterback.
No, he really never was.
He never was. He needed a Drew Brees. You know who is like Drew Brees, kind of? Just not quite as good?
And a lot more athletic.
Yeah, Bo Nix.
Yeah. Yeah. for sure. Wasn't important? Good.
That's good.
I thought it was going to be Kelsey about me or something, but
No, we're good.
thank gosh. All right.
Call my phone no more.
Yeah, other than that, no, I don't have anything on the NFL yet.
Duck
Dang it,
race.
Matt. That would have been so good.
$5 if you pull the UFSU flag while Chris is in the bathroom. What? He had a phone call.
He had a
Phone call.
Phone call.
Come
Russ
on.
is too soft. Russ is 5-1 right now
I
as a
used to call
starter
him
at
on my
Pittsburgh.
cell phone.
Who's calling my cell phone?
Did y'all hear what I just said?
Yeah.
What?
Clayton said Russ is too soft, and I said Russ is 5-1 as the starter in Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah, he's playing good football. Really good football. Sadly.
Like
I
16
really
inter-
just
like
feels
or not like 14 touchdowns and 3 interceptions or something.
yeah.
He doesn't have a ton of weapons.
Pickens.
Pickens, he likes to fight.
Yeah.
They'll be in a Hail Mary play. He'll be in the end zone fighting with a DB. Out the back of the end zone.
Literally.
He did it.
Saw it. Witnessed it.
Who cares about
don't
that
care
ball?
about the-
You think I care about that ball?
No. He touched me and I don't like it. We're going to get him.
The guy called me a name.
Called me ugly.
Are we duck racing or what?
Has nothing to do with being soft. I mean, yeah, sure, he's not. I mean, it's not that he's soft.
I gotta find it. There it is.
definitely not
These are the
a
people
soft.
that put their names in.
Are they seeing this now?
Yeah, they can see it.
I love it.
I don't know where the start button's at. Oh, it's right there. All right.
3,
2.
1.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, there was a buzzer.
I didn't know it
on the
made
computer.
noises.
I didn't know there was audio
That's
to
a bad
this.
spot to be there, Chuck.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
Chuck
don't
Chuck in
wanna
a
do
bad
that.
spot.
Historically,
If you
you're
go
gonna catch a
back
flat tire.
early though, but if you go back early, you got a shot
Like
at
right
it.
now,
Yeah.
I want to be Clayton Steinrich. I want to be Stein or Cooey.
No, I think Cooey. I think Cooey's the
Yeah.
right one.
Nah, Newton's got a what's that? Strawberry on his head. It's a guaranteed winner. Here we
Mahoney
go.
the
Here we go.
Viking?
Halfway
Chad
through
Hunter.
right now.
Chad
Halfway
Hunter,
through,
I
and
feel so bad
Chad
for
is.
Chad. He knows. He
Uh-oh.
knows. He's seen enough. Of
Yeah,
these.
Chad's been.
I'm telling you,
Oh, here comes
Cooey and
Newton.
Steinrook have a shot at this
They
thing.
do.
Yeah, they do. They do.
25 seconds
The
left.
duck race loves a late winner.
Here we go. Here we go.
Chuck's been steady Eddie right here though.
Yeah,
Oh
He's-
my
Oh.
gosh!
Oh, there
blew a tire.
Blew a tire. Look at Travis. Travis just been hanging out there in the red.
Just chilling right there.
Steady Eddie for
Georgia-
Chuck Bell still.
Georgia
Oh,
is
red
red now.
I can't wait for Matt.
Here goes Matt.
Here comes
No
Chad.
Hunter.
Here comes
No
Chad.
Chad.
No Chad.
No
Coming up
Chad.
lane three. Coming up lane 3.
Steinrich,
all
though.
the way back.
Boy, this one's tighter than normal.
Oh my God.
Chad
Holy
Hunter.
Chad Hunter.
Wow.
Let's go. Chad Hunter.
Congratulations to
on
Chad.
the winner.
We'll get you that.
Incredible. What's the top 3 there? That was a tight race.
That was special.
Chad, Clayton, and Chuck.
Wow. Who finished last? Let's talk about that.
Oh.
Cam.
Cooey and-
Cam Cooey. Not the not the last place guy in my heart. That's for sure.
That's tough, man. That's tough. I love a duck
Oh,
race.
he gave
man.
it was Mahoney with an E.
My bad, brother. I typed those very quickly.
You really did, though.
It was Steinruck with 2 eyes. So there's that.
I think I fixed the other eye.
Did you?
I don't know.
Wow. That was
Hunter's not even in the
electric.
chat. Chad's not even in the chat anymore.
Chad typed his duck go and got the freak out of there.
Man.
Trav said, "I'm coming to the conclusion I wouldn't want a one duck race. I want to try it. I want to just see if the duck ever finishes."
Travis Smith or the field. Just put like 2 ducks in.
I'm sick.
I want the field.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's going to be it for tonight, sitters. We good, right?
Yeah, I'm good. Get us out of here.
This is going to be it for tonight, sitters. This has been Tyler Off along with Joey Edge and Chris Martinez. And we are Front Porch Sitting. Catch you next time, sitters.